Throwing Rivers. They'll run the screen with Mack. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
3rd play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. And he's got his man, Hilton. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
And the Colts 1st down.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 45-yard line. Rivers going to give this one to Taylor. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Rivers is going to fake the give to Taylor and set up to throw it. Looking deep for Hilton. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game, but this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Rivers. And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowl quarterback Denzel Ward. And he's into the clear. 20.
Take off your helmet and give me a kiss
and
next
he'll
time.
Score. Touchdown, Browns. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25.
25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
First and 10, Taylor now. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 30-yard line. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards.
Dance class, anyone? Did you see the steps between the quarterback and the running back?
That's what you need for a good counter.
You have to have it because you're setting up your blocking. There's a timing element as well, but they have to marry up their steps. Otherwise, that timing gets thrown out the window.
Timing was great there and a big run. Yeah, boy, it is tough to bring him down that time. He surges forward. He's going to get a full 6 out of that. Second down.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
the handoff. Taylor. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. On second down, it's Taylor. That second down run a big help as 7 yards leaves him with just a 3rd and 3 now.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Short yardage, Rivers. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll run here with Taylor. Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Again, it'll be Taylor. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
The Colts ball carrier.
No, Jonathan Taylor didn't get the yardage he wanted on that carry. But I think this is central casting for him to be with the Colts. A big, strong, physical offensive line that goes with his running style. Elite speed, elite power. I think he'll catch more passes out of the backfield in the NFL than he did at Wisconsin. And yards after contact, that's his forte. The only thing he's got to improve on, taking care of the football. Put up.
And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Olivier Vernon coming in with some force for the sack that time. Rodrigo Blankenship for the Colts field goal. From the right hash, this from 33. Oh, that's offline. He hooked it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
7.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 23. From the gun, he'll set up to throw. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Give him 23 yards on the pickup. And it'll move the chains.
45-yard
On to the 2nd from Cleveland. It's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. First carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
That's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Throwing, Mayfield. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he's got to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland 1st down.
At the 39-yard line.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Here's Nick Chubb, second leading rusher in the NFL last year. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
They run again on first down. Chubb. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
And a nice carry and a first down for Cleveland. A nice pickup there by Nick Chubb, who's a bright spot for this Cleveland offense. He finished second in the league in rushing in 2019 with nearly 1,500 yards on the ground and got into the end zone 8 times. And how about this for durability? Has not missed a game in his NFL career. What a bounce back from a big-time knee injury while at the University of Georgia.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of a season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Isaiah Rodgers on the return. The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. A first down throw here for Rivers. Campbell making the catch. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. It's another first down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards.
Colts.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Rivers hands this one to Mack. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. From the gun, Rivers. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
All right, need you to check my eyes here. This entire unit defensively, I think, has looked really strong in the first half, especially in the secondary. They've been cohesive, fast to the football. We just saw another example arriving there to help knock that one away.
On 3rd down, Rivers. Into the hands of his running back, Marlon Mack. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. They missed a field goal earlier, so possibly as a result, that's why they're going to try to go for it here on 4th down. From the gun, Rivers. He's got it to Hilton. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the 4th down attempt and keeping the drive alive?
Reception there by T.Y. Hilton, and he absolutely terrifies defenses when he gets downfield. Speed, shiftiness, excellent hands. 5 1,000-yard seasons in his career.
Now he's He's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. Well, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. Again, it's Rivers. Going for it all. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Harris Campbell, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Colts able to get this back within a touchdown. And that one makes it 14-7.
Makes the score Browns 14, Colts 7.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. And that last touchdown drive, a good mix of pass and run. Defensively, they just looked a little out of whack.
And it's so hard to stay up with an offense that has things going so well, where you're guessing and guessing wrong play after play. So what you need is someone on the defensive side of the ball,
leader, right?
to make a big play.
Yeah.
Throw that balance out of whack. That's what you're looking for now. Not worrying so much about guessing what the play call is.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Here's a quick throw to start the drive complete. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. Now on 2nd and 16, Mayfield. He'll let it go deep for Foster. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Your Rhodes on the coverage.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Mayfield. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the 1st. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. On the return, it's Rodgers. We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
8 yards on the pickup brings up 2nd and 2.
On play action, Rivers. Complete to Hilton. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Rivers on the money, complete. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6. At the Browns' 46-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Rivers. There goes a deep ball. End zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. They'll look to run with Taylor. Into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. And they'll employ the jumbo set now on 2nd and 1. They'll try to run this one in. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Touchdown.
Jonathan Taylor, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
Kick is good.
And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime.
Rigoberto Sanchez to kick off.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, just bring them together. Could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
32-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And finding the tight end, Hooper. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
Behind the line of scrimmage.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Mayfield going deep here for Landry. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Travis Carey. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. That late in the clock, 2nd quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
Following the interception here, Rivers looking deep for Hilton. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. That's the rookie from LSU, Grant Delpit. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Rivers pass intercepted. The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. Time here for likely one play, and then these two teams will head to the locker room all even.
And you know the play caller's just feeling it right now. Let's go ahead and go for this one. A big shot down. No. Guaranteed the head coach is like, don't get crazy. Take the knee. Let's get out of here. Tie game. We'll just start all over.
The yard at the 35-yard line.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And this time they'll just keep this on the ground. And the defense obviously expecting run as well, as they're going to shut that one down at the line of scrimmage. So we've hit halftime all even at 14 apiece. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
The kickoff for Indianapolis.
get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Takes this about 5 yards deep, and he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game. We'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. How big is that penalty? Wipe out the INT.
You'd hate to be the teammate that caused that penalty and wiped out the interception. You got to face that guy in the locker room. Not a lot of fun for you, and you hurt your squad.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Mayfield down. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
4 yards.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter is a good running back dive play.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up.
Mayfield. Now Mayfield lost the football, and the Colts pick it up, and the return stops at the 39-yard line. Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you. All right, so if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care of the ball, because here come the defenders.
The Browns drive about to get started. And they got across the 50 last time, but fumbled and turned it over, so they'll be looking to have a short-term memory here, Mr. Davis.
Not only a short-term memory, but a whole lot better ball security. Because if they take care of the ball, continue to move it, their chances of scoring some points, they've got to feel pretty good about. They thought they had things moving in the right direction last time. Fumbles, they don't just affect you on offense, they affect your overall team, because now your defense has to make that stand up.
Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
Number 24, Nick Chubb.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8. And again, it's Chubb. Nice stiff arm.
Underused, but still.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Mayfield now on 2nd down. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Walker. So an opening drive interception to begin this second half.
And just think about the time you spent in the locker room going over what you expected to do in the second half. Not the way they saw it, not the way they drew it up. You find out this is something that you can't just edit, right? There's no rewrite here. This is live, and now they've got to find a way out of this hole.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Catch made here by Campbell. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line.
A gain of
5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down.
At the 27-yard line.
Pick it up, defense. Let's go. 44.
Now it's Mack. Draw play. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
The Colt ball carrier.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. Rivers on 3rd and 2. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 38. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
Undercrush, undercrush, undercrush. Shift.
They run it again with Chubb. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Browns have taken the lead. Here's Seibert now to add the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14.
Makes the score Browns 21, Colts 14.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
On the return. The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. So that one will be accepted.
Let's go. Let's do it.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Rivers is going to fake the give to Taylor and set up to throw it. That's complete to Jonathan Taylor out of the backfield. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Jonathan Taylor.
Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Man, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about,
The ball is free. Taylor lost it. And I think the Browns got it. They did. But he has been a workhorse for them in this game. And ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
So they need to determine if that knee was down before the ball was coughed up.
And they also wanted to make sure that the ball was possessed as they were going through it, that the ball wasn't working its way free before the knee hit the ground.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Now a play fake here on first down. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Wilson. Mac Wilson. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
It's second down.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Working out of the gun, Rivers. Over the middle, hauled in by Campbell. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
Complete.
19 yards there on the pickup. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. They'll try and run for this with Mack. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. They needed a yard. They got it. First down. And, Charles, you look at this offense, their struggles moving the ball well documented. Dead last in the NFL in first downs, but signs of life there.
Yeah, and you and I do, I think, a really good job of respecting the game and respecting the teams. With this squad, they're in a position now where their fan base gets excited when they pick up a first down. They cheer almost like they picked up a touchdown.
A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the first down run.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Rivers. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Greedy Williams picks it off. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out.
He was tackled.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. A pretty nice gain there on the run. Gets it to the 35 after showcasing the agile move. Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be 3rd down at about the length of the football. Third and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends.
Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up. He's crashing. He's checking crab.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. This offensive line starting to win up front. You win that battle in the trenches, you can kind of wear them down here late.
So you bring in the second part to that equation, and that's the big running back, the big bruiser, who can get more than what's blocked and break a few extra tackles and gain yardage.
And able to break break one tackle, but then quickly brought down.
Again, the ball carrier.
DeForest Buckner in on the tackle.
40-yard line.
Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Austin Hooper, Pro Bowler a year ago, the intended target, and it's third down.
And 8 yards to go.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. He finds Beckham complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 44-yard line. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a first down.
44-yard line.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. King. 54
From the gun, Mayfield. And he's going to have the connection to Foster. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 10 more there and another first down.
1st and 10.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. First down, Mayfield. Now they go screen. It's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts.
4 yards.
It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
King. Check nickel. Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And a good physical run that time. He's going to wind up gaining 5 on that one.
Down at the 14-yard line.
Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
Ball carrier. The tackle made by Malik Hooker. It's a gain of 3.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
Don't trip me is here, baby. Don't trip me is here.
So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They're facing a critical third down now as they try to hold on to this lead. Coming right, this is Chubb on the toss. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. Seibert able to knock this one through. And that will extend their lead even further. A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, That does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. Rivers. He'll have a first down past the 40. Campbell making the catch. 16 yards, a first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Rivers going to give this one to Taylor. They find some open field here. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Colts have got it back to a one-score game. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now.
Makes the score.
Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high-percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really both sides did. But they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they?